Hit send button. Hit that send button again. Hit that send button. Okay. And we're ready to roll. Alright, welcome everybody to another episode of Monster Mash. I'm joined by 3 players, much like last time. So we will be having somebody run double this week. But today we are testing out a creature, a monster, something that I have designed as an encounter for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So I am joined. I'm your friendly game master, Big B, Big Brother, whichever you want to call me, Jake sometimes. And I'm joined by some of my usual suspects here. So I'm going to let them, I'm going to sort of introduce them and then have them introduce the characters that they will be playing for this test. So we'll start off with Shy.
Alrighty. I just kind of decided to play with the idea of being a sprite today. So I am playing a sprite rogue by the name of Lunabelle that I decided for, because why not? And yeah, I'm doing a thief racket rogue with a dancer's spear, so I don't have to worry about being in something space.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Next, we have Decaf.
Hello. Today I am playing Frey. He is a fighter and cleric dedication to Gorum, the god of fighting and war.
Yes, our Lord in Iron. Very fittingly, it looks like, I've told you this directly, it literally just looks like the Shredder in a fantasy setting.
Yep.
It looks a lot like a Wild Death Knight. Me.
I don't know what that's a reference to, but I will take your word for it. Zach is going to be running 2 characters this evening, and he made things even harder on himself by having one of his characters have an animal companion, meaning he has 3 bodies on the field to deal with.
Only if you don't kill them all.
I mean, this is an easy encounter. I do prefer doing these tests as easy encounters. So hopefully, that is not the case. Something has gone very wrong if I kill all 3 of your characters. But why don't we start introducing them?
Alright, I guess first up is the dynamic duo of Dora Marquez and Boots.
It's not who I had up.
Oh, well. I made her a human outwit ranger. That seemed very appropriate to her. And then my next up character is Esmeralda, which is a human bard. And so she'll be mostly focusing on trying to just be helpful and keep the party alive.
Very well. Well, the 4 of you have been enlisted by a local order of druids, who explain, and your characters have likely heard of this at this point, that a local circus has come to town, and one of their lions escaped. Now, the circus would like their lion back. However, the druidic order approached you 5, if you count the monkey, and wanted to employ you to find this lion, which escaped into the nearby forest, subdue it, and then bring it to the order so that they can relocate it somewhere other than the captivity of the circus.
I think I suddenly understand the specialness of this mission and why this one was going to be different than a normal monster test.
Yes. Well, the circus in question might, some of you might have heard of it. It's a fairly famous circus. It's the Celestial Menagerie. They don't usually do traveling shows.
Why?
But in this case, the 4 of you have been employed, and whether most likely through Dora's tracking capabilities, as well as her uncanny awareness of wherever she is, you've managed to find the trail of this beast has led you deep into the forest. And you guys can feel free to arrange yourselves a little bit. I put you in what I thought might be the marching order, but if you feel like it would be different, feel free to make those adjustments. But as you come up in the forest here, as you approach, not quite a clearing, but at least a little bit more room, you do indeed see the beast you've been looking for. However, it lays upon the forest floor, bound in rope, as a furred boot rests on the back of its neck. Standing slightly on top of it is a burly man with wild hair and a confident grin. He rests his ham hocks of fists on his hips and beams at you. "Fret not, friends, I've taken care of the beast here." And person in question looks a little bit like this.
Not what I was picturing at all.
I am now so confused.
I was immediately thinking of Gaston.
No, this guy does not appear to be carrying any weapons. No rifle or anything like that. He's right here. I've subdued the beast. No need to worry. You can head on home.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, we'll just help him escort the tiger back.
Excellent. The circus is going to pay good money for this. For the return of
Yeah.
their animal. So he makes it clear that he intends to return this lion to the circus.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm the strongest one here, so I'll move in to help lift said creature.
And maybe I missed my description. You guys were hired by the local druidic order to keep this creature from the circus
Oh.
and get it to the druids,
okay.
so they could release it somewhere safe.
Got it. Yeah, no, I think that was missed the first time.
I must have misspoke because everybody missed it apparently.
Yeah, I was
Oh, I
like, okay,
apologize.
I guess we team up.
Yeah, we cannot allow you to do that. Nah.
What?
Meh. Esmeralda will be curious. How much are they paying to bring the tiger back versus how much are they paying to release the tiger?
The circus? Circus seems to be paying him 15 gold.
What would the druids say?
You guys are getting 10 gold each.
That is more money.
Hello, Ocean Boy. Welcome to this test. We're just warming up right now as they debate whether they're going to completely abandon their goal here.
Completely abandon your monster test, basically. We all decided that we prefer the circus today. No.
And you guys can tell as you look at the creature, aside from what appear to be more recent wounds, it does have older scars beneath its tawny fur that look like slashes left by a whip.
Fair
Dora
enough.
would be
I mean,
for freeing the tiger.
yeah, getting it back to the druids to release to the wild. All right. Well, we cannot let you take it back to the circus.
Oh,
Plain and simple.
my friends, I'm afraid it is not up to you. He sort of dusts his hands
Says
off,
who?
and we're gonna go ahead and roll for initiative.
All right. For everyone, before you roll, Scout's Warning.
Ooh, nice.
So you'll get a
Let me
plus
go
one
ahead and
circumstance.
Apply that to my character.
Dang.
All right, you haven't told me no, so
See.
we're gonna roll with it.
Well, no.
Beautiful.
I'm going to apply the effect to myself.
Oh, it reset this.
Good.
Oof. He was not ready for it. Well, all right.
Dora's missing a +1.
That doesn't really have any effect. It is good to note, but
Yeah, it's fair.
all right. Well, Frey, you're leading this fray.
Beautiful. I think we were mostly just out here exploring, so it doesn't sound like we were ever prepared for combat, and especially since we started combo. So I'm actually going to spend my first action to go ahead and pull out my sword.
Okay. Now I'm
And
gonna
then
say
second action, I'll move in. Mhm.
I'm gonna say that he kind of was aware this fight is starting. He does have his reaction, as does anybody else in this combat.
Sounds good. Let's see here. Yeah, I will move in. So we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20 to get to here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Shield for my third action.
Ooh, all right. So you bring up a little bit of a magical barrier in front of you. Maybe one that looks like just shards of metal, ethereal metal floating in the air. Lunabelle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, Luna's just going to do pretty similar, honestly. She's going to go ahead and whip out the spear.
Tiny little spear.
Wah. Yes, but long, tiny spear. With a blunt end on the other side.
Yep.
I guess she'll make her way to pretty much adjacent to Frey.
Okay.
And then if I have anything else yet. So she'll just go ahead and continue probably to like here.
Okay. Esmeralda.
I guess we'll start off first with. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this should hit multiple people. It says you and allies. So we'll do Infectious Enthusiasm.
Okay.
And
What do you want to choose? Choose attack rolls, will saves, or charisma-based skill checks.
diplomacy, I guess, is over. So I guess attack rolls.
Okay.
And then
So this applies to you. Then other allies can spend a single action to also gain this benefit.
double. Whoops. And I guess for her last check, action, maybe some kind of skill check to try to identify. I guess not like what he is, because he seems human, but I guess like what he's capable of, like
What's
if
his
he's
deal?
a barbarian, yeah, or if he's a ranger.
Certainly. Society is going to be your best bet, but if you think you might have a
Alright.
lore that fits better, let me know.
Probably just society.
Okay. 20. That is a success. You've been around a bit. You're a performer yourself. You've probably seen people like this. This individual sometimes falls into a group of people, sometimes known as beast brawlers. unarmed combatants who pit themselves against animals and other creatures on equal footing. Inspirations for this. So this is a bit different than what we usually do, because normally we test out monsters. In this
Yeah.
particular instance, we are testing out, I wanted to build an NPC, because I wanted to expand on that a little bit in the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system, where there are tons of monsters, but kind of a lack of NPC type characters. So,
That's fair.
and these builds are a little bit quick, a little bit easier. But let me explore some cool options. And so these guys are they're like the people that go out and wrestle bears, or if you know Killer Croc from Batman, if you know his backstory, like where he would perform in a circus, like wrestling alligators and stuff. It's like
Okay.
those sorts of people.
So
And
they are
so-
just very physically strong.
Yep.
Basically barehanded people.
Yep.
All right.
They bare knuckle bears.
The bad news bears. I guess with
I can
that,
give
that'll
you-
be
One piece of mechanically relevant information that you would like.
okay. I guess what would be his lowest save?
Ooh, so unfortunately, these guys are a little bit monkish, where all their saves are equal.
Okay.
All right, so that's all 3 actions. Dora, Dora.
I think for her first action, she's going to hunt prey the dude.
Horrifying.
There's no escaping from Dora once she has you in her sights.
What is Dora armed with? Just because I'm curious.
She had. Just because I didn't know what else to give her, I gave her a crossbow and a spear because those
Okay.
seemed like very fitting for her
Yeah,
being
certainly.
outdoorsy.
I think I've seen her. I think I've seen an episode or 2 where she's running around with a crossbow.
With a spear, yeah.
Yeah, that's something that she can
Terrifying.
stab and use as a walking stick. But I guess. So animal companions, they are. I have to use an action to give them 2 actions. That's how it's worked.
Correct, unless they're mature.
All right. All right. 1 action to mark prey. 1 action to boss boots around.
Okay.
And 3rd action to just get her sort of moving.
So Morgan in the house says it's a disappointment that Dora isn't packing the arquebus. I was honestly expecting something like a blunderbuss, or dueling pistols possibly.
It got a whole frickin' shotgun
Yeah.
hunting rifle.
And whoops. So Dora moves up for action, and Boots just goes running up for 2 actions to see if he can provide a flank for someone in the future.
Well, as Boots goes running up, the man shifts his footing, and seeing this monkey barreling at him, attempts to sort of like catch him. And so, what he's going to do is he is going to attempt an athletics check. Oh boy, against your reflex DC.
Alrighty.
Actually, let me double
His
check
would
that.
be DC 17.
Yeah, let me verify. Ooh, no, sorry, I was wrong. This is against the Fortitude DC. Good thing I checked.
Then DC 18.
18, okay. Alright, that is a critical success. So this monkey comes running up to him, and he turns and manages to catch Boots in one hand and throws him back. So actually that would have triggered right here. And so, but he does have to keep you. So he's going to let you get a little bit further. He's going to throw you back here, and in doing so, he throws you into this tree. And so he is using his Wrangle reaction. So he gets to move. He could move Boots up to 15 feet. He's going to settle with just 10 right there. He's going to throw Boots.
Alright.
So like he sort of Boots comes charging at him, and he essentially turns Boots' momentum enough that he knocks into the tree instead, and will take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and becomes stunned 1.
Or we'll tell him to not be so rough on our monkey.
We'll see about that. It is his turn,
Brawler, no brawling.
and what he's
Don't
going to
use
do
Swipe my monkey.
is he is going to perform a felling rush.
A what now?
So the Brawler strides and then makes a fist strike. If it hits, the Brawler can attempt to trip the target. So this is a stride as he moves up to Frey. And then he will make a fist strike. So he almost does like a sort of almost like a Superman punch, as we
Oh dear.
can see in his art there, where he's knocking back a bear.
Fair.
So he's kind of trying to topple you. So he's got you targeted. Fist strike. Right, 23 just gets you.
Yep.
All right, so he will deal. Gonna have to set this for all of them. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Then he will attempt an athletics check at a -5. I'm going to have to do that sort of manually to trip you. And so that is going to go against your reflex DC.
Okay.
Ooh, 18? 13 actually.
That is a fail.
Okay, not a critical failure though?
No. DC's a 20.
Okay. So he sees you still standing firm. It's like, aha! Oops, I forget the button to move people is mouse, not right click. Well, come on then! Frey, it is your turn.
Sounds good. Frey's going to chuckle and be like, I saw what you did to Boots. Feel free to run. We're going to target him, and 2 actions, I'm going to cast Divine Lance.
Ah, I was not expecting this.
Which means I don't roll as good as I would with a weapon, but we'll see.
Oh, doesn't matter when you roll a natural 20.
No way. Yeah, I was going to say.
Man, this is that that fight against my poor one mecha bat creature that was weak to fire damage, and then you guys crit it with like a produced flame that like could only have hit on a crit. Alright, so I will be taking double that.
Yep.
Oh, ouch! That burns!
And then
Really smart!
I will go ahead and then
Oh, my spirit!
I'll throw up a shield one more time.
Okay. Lunabelle.
Oh, my spirit. I can't.
My poor spirit, it hurts so much.
Oh,
Just
hurts my soul. Bless your heart. Luna will move in to here.
Okay. Well, he is going to try to wrangle this fairy. So he will attempt an athletics check against your fortitude DC. Ooh.
I think you missed.
Yep. Alright, let me check. I might be spending a villain point. Okay, you know what? I won't on this. It says you can move me up to 5 feet as though you had successfully repositioned me.
Down, I guess.
Okay.
He's just like, no.
He goes to swat you aside, and he ends up overextending a little bit, and you, despite your diminutive stature, pull him off balance, and he stumbles forward. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm still
little
reeling from
stronger
that
than I
blow
look,
to my
aren't
soul.
I? I'll go ahead and then try to do a tumble through.
It's just an honest man trying to make a living, Morgan. Just trying to deliver this poor abused lion back to the circus.
Oh, weird. It doesn't show that? Okay. Well,
So
this is what I'm
gonna
going to try and do.
Against his reflex DC.
Yep. So, I guess I can... I don't know if it matters if I target him, but I'm going to try it.
Okay. Oh, that does work. That's cool. But that is a success.
Sweet. All right, he is off guard. I will move to here.
Such a tiny thing, you've thrown me completely off guard. Please, proceed with your actions.
Sorry. I'm gonna strike him. I'm so mad. I can't stand him already. Yeah.
Alright, 24 is a hit.
Alright, since he's off guard, it should apply this normally? Ah, dang. Oh, wow. It goes into it suddenly. Sweet.
I have some abilities that I feel that I don't think I want to use on a fairy. Okay. You will take
Why not?
7 points. I mean, they'll be effective. It'll just be really weird for me to envision.
He's not used to fighting fairies. He's used to fighting bears.
He's used to fighting things bigger than him.
Yeah. So he just grabs me in one hand and yeets me.
Does that mean he has disadvantage? Because
It's going to take
targets
whirling.
so small.
I give him whirling throw.
Whee!
Be gone. All right, so that was 2 actions.
No, that would have been all 3.
Uh,
Well,
tumble through.
I guess I could have
and strike?
tumbled through as part of the movement.
I thought that's what it was. Because tumble
Realistically,
through
that's
is,
probably what
is
she
movement.
would have done.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just make a second strike, but not against flat-footed.
Ooh, you know what? I just thought. Yeah, I need to figure out. A wasp build might be fun.
I could have swore you've done Wasp.
Nope.
He's
Anyway.
no longer flat-footed.
Okay.
And
I've gained my footing back. Try to strike me now. Aha!
I think I missed.
Indeed. All right, Esmeralda. Seems nobody took up your infectious enthusiasm.
Yeah, no, they're a bunch of party
Oh.
poopers. So
Had I
She
remembered,
comes
I would have used my
running
other
up.
action. I'm sorry.
she comes running up, and she, annoyed that none of her companions want her help, she will
Inspire courage
menacingly-
on the beast brawler.
Yeah, she will menacingly shake her tambourine at him with draw ire.
Oh no. Against creatures other than you. Oh, Zach. All right. We'll attempt a will save. All right, he succeeds.
Ah.
So he takes half
then-
damage and still takes a penalty though. So go ahead and roll your damage, and
Alright.
I will apply the penalty.
Eh.
Okay. So he will take half of that. Ah! My poor, beautiful mind! Dora.
Alright. For her first action, she'll command Boots once again, who will one action run up. Dora will spend an action to run up. Boots will use his second action for ape support.
Okay. Just growling
Try to-
menacingly at this guy.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, now, actually, Zach, I'm afraid that's not going to be possible. Because when you command Boots, because he is stunned 1, he only gets 1 action this round.
Okay.
Because he got thrown into a tree. Head first.
Well then,
I'm going to delete
Dora.
your ape support benefit.
okay.
It never happened.
Move command Boots.
Strike?
Yeah, I guess she'll have to use her final action to draw her weapon.
Ooh, okay. She draws her spear. It is the Beast Brawler's turn. My options are striking a knight, a monkey, a child, or a fairy. I am afraid I'm going to have to go for the lady that drew my ire.
Oh wow.
Forgive me, madam,
Ooh,
for what I
as you
must do.
step forward, I'm going to do a reactive strike.
Okay.
I must pretend to be the knight for the fair maiden. Do the thing.
What was his
I
name?
don't.
Phineas? Phineas?
I think
He,
Phineas? It's so long. Oh, I missed.
From the captain from the Hunchback.
Yeah.
Was that Phineas?
Want to say it was.
It was a PH or an F or something. But you swing your blade and he deftly dodges under it and goes into a rising uppercut on Esmeralda. Aha! And gets a critical hit.
Oh dear.
Ah, Phoebus. Thank you, Morgan. Phoebus was his name. So it was a PHF sound.
Ah, okay.
Alright. 20 points of damage as he just clocks Esmeralda in the jaw.
And he knows how to beat a woman.
I learned from my father.
Oh. Oh, no.
And then he's going to try to grapple you, using the grab ability on his fist strike. I thought that would make the athletics check. Yeah, let's see.
You didn't want to grab the fairy?
He didn't strike the fairy.
I didn't?
Alright, he didn't.
Oh, okay, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do this to the fairy?
Well, no, she drew, Esmeralda drew his ire. And so that is a success. So Esmeralda, you become grabbed. All right, that is all.
Count
So let's see.
Polo all over again.
Stride, strike, grab, all 3 of his actions. Frey, it is your turn.
I will let the fury flow through me and be like, let her go! As we use Vicious Swing.
Okay.
Let's do that.
This could hurt. Yep, it does hurt.
Ooh,
That catches him.
okay.
He's a little bit tangled up at the moment, and so you bring down your blade in a heavy chop. You turn slightly, catching his armor with some of it, but go ahead, roll damage.
Alright, turning on Vicious Swing for this one.
17. A solid blow.
There.
Ugh! I've been hit
and
harder
then-
by bears!
I see. I'll take the challenge on that. Right behind that, this would provoke any attack of opportunity. We're gonna do a single action harm. As we
He
reach out
does
and try
not
to
have
grab him.
attack of opportunity. That is not in his repertoire.
Should have made Winnie
All
the Pooh.
right.
What'd you say, Zach?
I should have made Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. Sir Barrington? He gets it exactly.
Nice. Okay. we'll do this. Should just be that.
Okay,
To
so we will
half.
take half of that.
Yep.
Ugh. Foul sorceries course through your veins. Lunabelle.
Alrighty. No, what are you doing? Do not want to exit. You just tried to tell me I'm leaving.
Lunabelle's like, you know what? I don't want to fight this guy anymore. She just.
I just tried to exit Foundry. Like, nah.
Lunabelle logs out from the world.
From the side of the screen, you just hear the SAO just. All right. Gosh dang it, sir. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll just move this 15 feet. So.
All right.
If he wishes to provoke.
He will indeed. He will once more attempt to wrangle you. So he's got Esmeralda in one hand. He's got her in like a headlock. He's about to do a noogie. But he sees you coming up, and he turns and just sort of. I mean, I can only imagine when you come flying at him. It's not so much like the bull catching that he does with like larger creatures. I more just envision that he tries to backhand you.
I mean, yeah.
So, here comes his athletics check. That is against your fortitude DC.
Fascinating.
How's that compare?
That's double.
That's double. That's double your fortitude DC. Okay, he kills you. No, he
Level 4 insta kill.
he backhands you into the tree here, into the trunk, and so you sort of like bounce off of it. And you take 1d6 bludgeoning damage. I rolled a 1 on it again. But probably more importantly, especially for next round, is you are stunned 1.
Okay, but I'm still like within 5 feet of him.
Yep, yeah, and that's always going to be the case with reposition, which is the new action added in the remaster. So on a success, you move the target up to 5 feet. It must remain within your reach during this movement, and you can't move it into or through obstacles. And a critical success is the same, except you can move it up to 10 feet. He upgrades it a little bit by making it 10 feet on a success and 15 feet on a critical success.
So he can move you around a little more.
Yep.
Still a limit, but okay.
Yeah, actually, you know
Fair
what?
enough.
Instead of doing that, I'm sorry. I'm going to, backtrack just a tiny bit, and I apologize for that.
Okay.
He instead
will...
is going to backhand you into Frey here.
I'm gonna go here then.
Actually, I guess you would be in Frey's space, yes. But that means your obstacle also takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
See, I will retake that.
And so it'll just be the one for you as well, Frey. I'm not gonna roll on it again. That seems kind of silly. But a fairy gets backhanded into you. You're just like, ow! What? It's like a particularly large bug that flies straight into your eye.
With a pointy spear. A pointy stick.
Just, oi! You're in my space.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab from it too.
All right.
I'm gonna tumble through.
Tumble through again? Go for it.
How did I do this last time? An easy way to do this last time. And I liked it. Aha! Doink. Doink. Doink.
Doink, doink,
Doink.
doink.
Whee!
Hey, that is a failure this time.
Hero point. Why not?
Okay. Why not?
That's why.
All right. That
All
is
right,
unfortunately
sick.
still a failure. So
I'm gonna poke him.
He backhands you the first time. You try to like sort of get through his space. He's like, no, you stop that. Down.
He's doing like the step side to side thing like that.
No. All right, go ahead with your strike. This will be at your full attack
Just fine.
bonus.
And pokes him with a spear.
No sneak attack. That unfortunately is a miss.
Bro, you are hurting me on these rolls, girl.
All right, Esmeralda. It is
All
your
right.
turn. I kind of hope you don't escape, because I have an ability that I can only use if you're grabbed or restrained.
So what is it that she has to do to escape?
You can make an acrobatics check, an athletics check, or an unarmed attack roll.
See. I guess we'll try an acrobatics to worm out of his grip. Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Now, unfortunately, on a critical failure when you escape, you can't escape at all for the rest of your turn. I know it sounds like I'm making that up. That is actually critical failure. You don't get free, and you can't attempt to escape until your next turn.
I will spend her hero point on this.
Don't you dare.
Damn.
Just don't you dare.
All right, so
So angry.
it's not a natural one, but this is against his athletics DC, which means that is actually still a critical failure.
Rip.
All right.
So no more escaping
Overall.
this turn.
Well then, because you attacked her, you actually fell into her trap
Oh,
because now she casts Warrior's Regret on him.
interesting. Okay. So he has to make a save right away.
I will say, not to unfortunately say it, but since you're grabbed,
You do
I
have to
think
make
that
a
means a
flat
DC
check.
5.
Yep, DC
Yeah.
5 flat check for anything with the manipulate action. All right, you're good. And he will attempt his will save. Ooh, and fail. Okay, so it damages him at the end of each of his turns and lasts until he spends a complete round without intentionally damaging another creature.
All right.
Keep that in mind, and it is good to know that it is specifically damaging another creature. Dora.
All right. One action to command Boots.
And Boots does have all
Will-
of his actions this time. His stunned is gone.
All right. He'll come running up. But instead, I guess we'll just go ahead and for his action, he'll throw out a monkey fist.
Okay. He practices kung fu.
Indeed.
Kung Fu Panda.
All right, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Ooh, not bad. Boots is packing a bit of a wallop there. The Beast Brawler at this point is now... Actually, I guess he's 1 point off from being bloodied, but...
Dora,
2 actions remain
please
for Dora. You guys
Use
are
her
surrounding
second
him.
action.
They're all awful
And then
people.
for her final action, she will do United Assault.
Damage roll equal to damage to target since the end of the target's last turn. Okay, so Frey damaged it, and Boots damaged it. So you get a +2 on this
I
Plus
tried.
2.
for damage on your damage roll, not your attack roll.
Oh, okay.
So make sure you're
So
targeting.
Regular attack roll.
That'll miss. That'll really, really miss.
Every
By a
time I
lot.
click on him, it just pulls up his monster page.
Don't click on him. Hover over him and press T to target.
Okay.
But that is all 3 of your actions, which means it is his turn. Says, would you like to see what else I learned from my father? As he reaches for the rope
Oh, no.
hanging off his side, and
Call this the drunken stumble.
he's gonna use a hog tie.
Oh no.
So he's going to attempt an athletics check against Esmeralda's Fortitude DC.
17.
You are restrained, sir. You are restrained and prone.
And her weekend's starting early.
No.
What?
And then I don't think he likes being surrounded by all these people.
Why not?
So he's going to attempt an acrobatics check, I guess, to tumble through Esmeralda's space, even though she's trussed up like a turkey on the ground. It's just like, combat roll! Ooh. How's that compare to Esmeralda's reflex DC?
Reflex is 20.
Alright. Second time's the charm. Nope. Alright, well, he didn't intentionally damage anybody this round, so, Frey.
Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and try and whip out another vicious swing on this guy.
Okay, you got the setup for it. I would have liked to hogtie you, but, somebody forced my hand.
No, that's fair. There's
Alright.
that, and
Your blow connects,
with this.
carving into him.
Love it.
And now he is officially bloodied. Ah, my
Awesome.
blood!
And then
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
damn. I'll use my third action to prepare to aid Esmeralda to help her with like athletics to break out of those
You
ropes.
start pulling at the ropes. Alright, Lunabelle. You are stunned one after being thrown into your friend.
Good thing I don't need to do much. We're gonna stab.
Okay.
On his rear. Oh, did I minimize like an idiot? I sure did. Alright. Hiya.
Hoopsaba.
Hiya. There we go.
That is a hit because of off guard, because of the flank.
Let's go. Turn that on.
This is his father. His father was a berry brawler. Sorry, Morgan. Morgan was saying that they like to think that his first name is Beast and last name is Brawler. So
It's his name. It's funny.
all right, that
Yeah.
you drive your spear into his like, ah, more of my own blood. Stop that! My kidney.
Yes. And then I'll just.
I only
we'll
have
just try it
3 of
again.
those.
What?
I also got that from my father.
Take a spear.
All right, it
I
is
missed.
not a critical miss because of the off guard, but it is a miss. All right, Esmeralda.
I guess she'll try to break out. So is that just another acrobatics?
Yep, and it is DC 19.
Yes, I will attempt to aid.
Oh, go ahead. If you'd still
So
like
you
to do
never
so,
know.
or if you'd just like to, I guess at this point you could just save your reaction. Okay.
No, I would have intended for it, so it's fine.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, that would have been a success. So 26 is a success. So you are no longer restrained, but you're still
Alright.
you're still on the ground there.
Okay. Second action, she will draw her corset knife,
Okay.
and then third action,
Stab
she
him
will
in the
attempt
shin?
to stab him in the leg. Yeah.
Okay, go for it. That is a hit. And it's already factoring the -2. Alright, go ahead and deal your damage.
Take that.
Ah! Who could have foreseen this? Oops, sorry I dealt that to you. Because I had you selected for some reason.
I
Alright,
believe
Dora.
that's all her actions. One action to command boots,
Okay.
and so we'll go ahead and now he'll do his ape support.
Okay. So now, just so that you're aware, when you do a support benefit, you can't attack in the same round.
Okay.
But so that is one action. You're going to command him to support. And then what is Dora going to do with her remaining 2 actions?
Let's see. Not too really much else, I guess, that she can do right now. So I guess she's just gonna attempt United Assault again.
Okay. Frey hit, Lunabelle hit, Esmeralda hit. So yeah, you will get a +3 on this one for damage if you can land the blow. Ooh, but even with the off guard, you cannot on that roll.
I think she will use her hero point
You dare.
to re-roll that. You and
Even
your
worse.
shenanigans. Alright.
Perfect.
Final action, stab again.
Okay. Make sure you click in the second attack. No, even worse. Right, it is his turn. It's like, you know what? I don't think I like you having that sword, sir. And he is going to attempt to grapple, Frey here. So this is going to go against your
dear.
Fortitude DC, and if he misses, I'm spending a villain point. 21.
That is a success. Yeah.
All right. So you become grabbed. Next, he is going to use an ability called Wrench Limb. So this starts with him making a fist strike. If this fails, I'll be making I'll be using a villain point because I want him to pull this ability. Okay. Ooh, almost a crit.
Almost, yeah.
So he does get off that. So actually, you'll take that 9 damage, but he also has the Mauler trait. I didn't learn this from my father. I learned this from the bears. So you'll take an additional 2 points of damage. And then he will do the actual effects of Wrench Limb. So he makes a fist strike against a creature that has grabbed or restrained. On a success, he can attempt to disarm the creature. This uses the same multiple attack penalty as the strike made as part of the action. So this will be another athletics check. And I actually don't have disarm on my little note that I keep beside me, because nobody uses disarm. All right, this is against your reflex DC. So this will be his athletics -5. Ooh, yeah, that's only a 17. I assume that is a failure.
No, that's a success. My reflex DC is a 20.
Really? Oh wow. Okay. Well, so this is using the remaster disarm, which was fortunately changed, so that'll hopefully encourage people to use it a little bit more often. But further attempts yep. So there's the usual stuff where further attempts get the +2 circumstance bonus, but you take a -2 circumstance penalty to attacks with the item or other checks requiring a firm grasp on the item. You can end the effect only by interacting to change your grip on the item, otherwise it lasts as long as the creature holds it. And the fun part about that is while you're grabbed, you have to actually pass a flat check to do that interact action.
Oh, okay.
Right, Frey, it is your turn.
Well, let's get it out of the way. So interact to try and restabilize my grip.
Okay, so give me that flat check to
said-
begin with.
Yep.
Alright, so you managed to fight against him enough to get a better hold on your sword once more.
Ooh. I guess that would have been then the one action. I guess
Two remain.
everyone else is looking decent enough.
Reaction harm?
Let's see. I only have the one spell slot, actually.
Okay.
Basic cleric.
I'll give you
at
another one
level
if you
4.
do it as a 3 action.
Has a 3 action.
I'll even give you the
Just
extra
hit
action to use it
everyone.
with.
It'll even hurt myself. Even greater. Which is dang.
Level
Probably.
10, 3 action
I
harm.
didn't look into it.
Kill
I think I
everyone?
would go ahead and with my re-steadied hand, I'll just try and knock out again with a vicious swing for my
Okay.
last 2 actions.
And that is a hit, even if he was not off
Nice.
guard. So this should finish. Ooh,
Love
if you
it.
roll well, you can finish him off here.
If I roll well.
If you roll well.
The power of a D12.
You
It could
rolled
be a 1,
well.
it could be a 12.
You rolled well.
Oh my!
He grabs you and like twists your limb, and like pain shoots through your arm, and you nearly lose your grip on your sword, but you power through the pain and manage to turn and drive your blade through him, ending the this beastie brawler.
He's costing us money. Kill him.
All right. Well, that concludes the encounter portion of our show tonight. We're going to move on to a quick little discussion on this guy, just going over his abilities, stuff like that. So if you want to stick around for that, feel free. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.
I'll be back. I gotta hit the restroom.
Of course, of course. You guys should be able to open up his character sheet, take a look at him here. I'm just going to start going over numbers and stuff while Zach is using the head. So, this guy is mostly built. I think I built him more around like the soldier sort of arc, sort of like a roadmap than anything. He is using. Let's see. He's got a moderate perception. He's got a lot of skills, and that's very unusual for a creature. Because a lot of the creatures I build their monsters and stuff, so I don't get to do this a lot. The range goes athletics is his highest, which is at a high bonus. I did debate going extreme, but it seems a little early level to go into extreme. And then his lowest is performance, because they aren't all performers. But as part of the idea was, like the circus guys who would wrestle bears or apes and stuff like that, and so I did want to include that as a feature. So that is there at a low bonus. The others are in between. AC is only moderate. All three of his saving throws are moderate, but he has high hit points. I was pretty happy with him defensively. I felt like he held up for a good bit, despite not having any resistances or anything like that. He has a high attack bonus, and on top of that has the agile trait on his fist.
Ooh.
As for the damage of his fist, so it's only a 1d12, but it has that +7. That puts its average at 13, which for his level is moderate damage. It is worth noting, though, that with Mauler, he can get up to high damage.
Okay.
The only one of his, and this was actually a weird part. Like, I feel like I've not built a creature that doesn't have like an area ability or like use a bunch of saves in a while. And it was cool kind of getting away from that with this guy. The only DC he has in his entire kit, aside from people attempting to escape, which is just goes against his athletics DC, is his hogtie DC, which is a 19, and that is a moderate DC. Just because I was like, I don't want to make this too brutal for people to escape.
Yeah.
But so that covers numbers. Do we want to move into actions? Do you guys have anything you want to feel about? How you feel about those? Because I'm pretty happy with the numbers.
Yeah, I would say it feels right. Looks good to me.
A similar boat.
Okay. So moving on to his actions, we'll start with his passive abilities. He does have Mauler, which, like I said, is based on the bears. I added the caveat where if they're also prone, so if he manages to like wrestle you to the ground and can just start like punching you in the face, he gets to deal even more. And then he also has a Titan Wrestler because he wrestles animals and stuff. So this he kind of has to have it. As for his activated abilities, he does have Wrangle, which I just thought was very fun. Throwing people into each other. This is very much sort of kind of inspired a little bit by matadors, a little bit by steer wrestling, and just like, and actually, I think the original concept came from in first edition. There was a fighting style called bull catching style, and it shares a few similarities with that.
Interesting.
He has felling rush, which is based on the I think it's the running tackle of the wrestler archetype, except he gets to trip, whereas the running tackle is a shove in addition to the stride and strike. Wrench Limb is probably his like most unique ability, aside from Wrangle. I think Wrangle does take the note there, because this does combine a fist and a disarm. However, this is what he specifically uses against animals and stuff, where if the creature isn't wielding a weapon, he can either disable one of their unarmed attacks or limit their speed.
Hmm.
And then finally, there is, as we saw, Hog Tie. So this is him. This fits well into like the whole performance thing, where like, he finishes up his performance by tying up the animal and standing over it victorious. Or if he's been hired to go out and get an animal for somebody, this is what he does to it. He hog ties it so he can bring it back in safely.
Interesting.
But that covers his abilities. How do we feel about him? Are we liking what we see here? Because this is a little different than what
Yeah,
what I normally build.
actually.
This let me this let me create a creature that was a little bit more tactical than a lot of the other things I do. Because a lot of the creatures I build just from building like Monster Hunter are more animalistic creatures, monsters. So this guy's got a few more like tricks and stuff up his sleeve. But
I think I'm in a similar boat. Yeah.
oh, cool.
I think it's fun.
Mhm.
Well, excellent. That is great to hear. Um, any suggestions, comments, questions, concerns?
I'm personally good, actually.
Okay. Uh, and if you see
I don't think
anything grammar-wise, feel free to call me out on it.
it's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I will say while you're
Because it's
looking,
always a fun one, but
there was a discussion in the Monster Monday Discord today that the one there was a suggestion that maybe he should just be called the Beast Wrangler. But the guy has a single ability that's about wrangling. That's about moving creatures around, hurting them where he wants them to go. I mean, the rest of his abilities, aside from Hogtie, are all about punching stuff.
yeah,
So I do think Beast Brawler is the right call here.
fair enough.
All right. Now I will say, and this is a discussion that could probably be opened up in the Discord. I'm not sure. So normally when I build these creatures, they will have a Pathfinder First Edition conversion. I'm not sure this guy will. Because with NPCs in First Edition, you're essentially just building characters. Yes, Ocean Boy, the alliteration is always a plus, especially when it comes to stuff I am working on. That's what I always strive for.
Dang.
But yeah, if converting this to First Edition would essentially, I mean, it would almost be like doing a full build Friday up to like a level 5 or a level 6 character. And I'm not sure that's something I want to do. That's NPCs in Pathfinder Second Edition have a sort of they can actually be designed out. Like that's not as much something you can do with NPCs in Pathfinder First Edition. Like even if you look at like the villain codexes and stuff like that, a lot of them are just using the baseline rules like to build a character. So I am also thinking about these specific instances where it is an NPC, because I do intend to do more of these. Where it is a NPC type encounter rather than a monster. I might call these Menace Mondays rather than Monster Mondays. Zach, I
Notorious
did.
NPCs.
What's that?
Notorious NPCs.
Ooh, that's interesting. But I do like having the day of the week in there.
Okay.
Torturous Tuesdays.
And we only ever describe people as menaces to society.
Yep, yep. Um, Zach, we did cover most of the abilities, but was there anything you thought or felt about this guy?
Um, I definitely thought it was very, very interesting, very new. Uh, I don't know if I've ever fought like a human creature that's kind of like him, where it just focuses on grappling.
Yeah, I don't think I've really seen too many. Like, I know there aren't any in the game mastery guide. Like in that little selection of NPCs. There might be some hidden away in the like adventure pass and stuff, but it's like this. I think this is a niche I could fill.
Yeah, the having an enemy with a disarm ability is quite neat because I don't think there's really any that focus on that.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, I did design Wrenched Limb. Like the main idea behind this was to be used against creatures and stuff, but obviously as an NPC, he's mostly going to be fighting players, and so it. I had to be like, you know what? I'm going to include a disarm effect, um, to just so like it has use against players.
Yeah, 'cause that's really the only time it's
Yeah.
actually useful is being used against player characters.
Yep. Yep. Now he could have wrenched Boots' lemon, stopped him from using his ape fister stuff. Uh, but I will say your choice to bring a child into this fight did discourage me a little bit from attacking you.
Well, she's not the first child I've brought into combat.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels wrong to attack Dora.
I don't know if that's necessarily a child you're up against or Dora. It feels wrong to hit Dora.
Yeah, it
She's an
might be more
eldritch
that.
being.
But all right, well that covers this evening's test. Thank you, you guys, for helping me test this guy out. This was fun. Thank
Yeah.
you everybody who stopped by the stream. We had two first time chatters. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you come back next Saturday when we do this again. And I hope anybody watching this on YouTube also comes over Saturday. Uh, we will be testing out more monsters, more NPCs. So until then, stay safe, be good, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Night stream.